Hi, friends. We've been talking about transportation, how to get from here to there. One way that we can get around is in the air, in the sky. And there are different ways that we can get around in the sky by using different kinds of transportation. There's airplanes. Some of them are big airplanes which carry a lot of people. Sometimes you can go on vacation and you would fly in an airplane. Other airplanes are smaller and maybe only have a few people in it, the pilot and maybe a few passengers. Then there's helicopters, right? Instead of wings that help them and jets that help them, they have the blade on top that spins around and lifts them up and helps them land. Then there's hot air balloons. Oh, that sounds like fun, right? A hot air balloon. I have a story about a dog who goes on a great adventure in a hot air balloon. The name of our story is Sally's Great Adventure. Sally's Great Balloon Adventure, right? Because Sally's in a hot air balloon. Our author and our illustrator is Stephen Hunkin. He wrote the story, so he's our author, and he's also the illustrator. He drew the pictures. So let's see how Sally ends up on a hot air balloon and where it takes her. As a special treat, Sally's family is taking her to a balloon festival. Sally knows what a balloon is, but Sally has never seen hot air balloons. You can imagine her surprise when she sees the giant balloons rising up in the sky. Sally smells some fried chicken. She follows her nose to a balloon gondola. The gondola is the basket the rider sits in. As the people watch the balloons, Sally watches the chicken. Sally climbs the stairs to investigate the wonderful smelling chicken. Uh-oh! Sally fell in! Worried, Sally grabs a rope to pull herself out. She gives it a mighty tug. Whoops! Suddenly she feels lighter. What's happening? Sally hears everyone calling her name. Their voices become quieter and quieter until she can't hear them at all. Sally is curious. She peeks over the edge of the gondola. The people look like tiny dots far, far below. Sally is flying in the sky like a bird. Instead of being scared, she feels lucky to be alone with such delicious smelling chicken. Back on Earth, breaking news! The radio and newspapers all talk about Sally aboard a runaway hot air balloon. Let's see the headlines. Sally in a hot air fix. Oh no! The TV news shows Sally's puppy pictures and interviews people who know her. Sally was the best puppy I have ever known. They send helicopters to tape Sally's air adventure. In the gondola, Sally takes a peek inside the picnic basket. She just wants to make sure the chicken is okay. Reports of Sally sightings start coming in from everywhere. Everyone wants to save Sally. Some people's ideas for how to save Sally seem really crazy. They're going to float up on a chair by putting balloons on it? Let's see if that works. Nope. Someone even suggests sending in the Air Force. Meanwhile, back in the balloon, Sally wakes up from a wonderful nap. She was dreaming of the fried chicken. Her balloon drifts closer to the ground. A child in a schoolyard recognizes Sally's balloon. Her family flies a balloon and she knows just what to do. She yells, "Sally, Sally! Tug of war! Tug of war! Sally!" Soon, all the kids are yelling, "Sally, tug of war!" Sally hears her name and the name of her favorite game. So she jumps up and gives the rope a mighty tug. Whoosh! A blast of warm air escapes from the balloon. A few minutes later, Sally feels a bump as her gondola touches down. The children save Sally! One of them finds the picnic basket full of chicken. The kids and their teacher take turns feeding it to Sally. The balloon ride was fun, but Sally is glad to be back on Earth with her new friends and a full tummy. Wow! What do you think it would be like to be flying in a hot air balloon? And how does it work really? I mean, if you have balloons in your hand, they don't float you up into the sky. So how does a hot air balloon lift you up and help you fly through the sky? Well, I have a fun video for you to watch that's going to tell us all about how a hot air balloon works. And then maybe you can think of what kind of adventure you would want to take in a hot air balloon.